I'm a K-I-N-G, baby, I'm all you need. In the off-white Rari, baby, we run the streets. I'm a K-I-N-G, Westside royalty. I'm a K-I-N-G, baby, that's all you need. I'm a K-I-N-G, baby, I'm all you need.
Welcome back to Get It with Steven Basita. I'm your host. I can't wait to get started with everybody today. Today's podcast is really going to be on an issue that I'm addressing with more and more people, which is just the coronavirus is still going strong. Unfortunately, there's so many states that are still closed or in phase one, or they'll get to phase two and they go back. And I just know a ton of people that are in relationships that are failing, marriages that are failing, businesses that are failing, jobs that they've lost. Just the pounding that people are taking right now. We're in September, and the latest stat that came out about businesses was that over 225,000 businesses have now closed their doors permanently. Suicide rates are still at an all-time high. Divorce rates are now at an all-time high. Depression, anxiety, all these different things that are negatively impacting people are all at all-time highs. And today we're just going to be talking a little bit about how to get through some of those things, things you can do. It doesn't matter if it's a marriage or relationship. It doesn't matter if it's a job or your business. Just being able to get reorganized here and get back into being successful again and getting your footwork back. Because a lot of people have also just lost motivation. I know I struggled a little bit with that too when everything was closed and I didn't have much to do. I couldn't go to work or anything because that wasn't allowed. My businesses were shut down. But as we look forward to, we're in September, October's around the corner, and then it's the holiday season. Just being able to do things to get back into moving forward positively. And again, it doesn't matter what's going on. You can utilize this advice for your life. And I've been helping a lot of different people out lately, which I love doing. But first off, it's just getting back into a routine. And that starts with get up, set your alarm. You shouldn't be sleeping until 8 or 9 unless you have a night job or you're working incredibly late. Get up. Get your day started. If you need to get up and go for a jog, get up and go for a jog. Take a shower. Just get your day started. You should be exercising for at least 30 to 45 minutes every day. It's very, very important. My gym shut down, and so I had to, like so many other people, be creative. And one of the big things I do now is every Saturday, I get up early in the morning. I get up usually by 6:30 at the latest. I grab my 2 dogs, and we go for, we'll drive to the mountains somewhere. I always pick a different mountain, and we'll just go hike. And we'll hike for a couple hours. We'll get home, and then I'll start my day with the family. But get back into routine. Get breakfast, get your day started, get back into making positive steps forward. If you're having issues with relationships, that whole saying that the grass is greener on the other side, it's only really true if you're watering the grass on the other side of the fence. If you water your grass is going to be green. And what is happening too is a lot of people, now that they've been in isolation, there's not a lot that they can do. They're constantly with their significant other or their husband or wife or partner, whoever it is. And you can make that the most enjoyable experience, or you can make that the most miserable experience. But really going back to the watering your own grass. Now, my wife and I, we figured out through this whole process that we don't only just love each other, but we've gotten stronger in our relationship and in our marriage. And it goes back to a couple of just core concepts for us, which is we place the other person above ourselves and we serve each other. And during the lockdown, where I wasn't working a whole lot, my wife, she was working crazy hours. Her work doubled. And So I just picked up where she left off. She typically did the laundry, cooked the dinners, did the dishes, took care of the home, all that stuff. Well, now she was the one working these long days, so I picked up the slack. So I was doing watering the plants, taking the dogs for all their walks, taking care of our daughter, feeding her breakfast, lunch, dinner, feeding my wife lunch and dinner, making sure we had breakfast ready, making sure that the house was clean, doing the laundry, doing the dishes, doing any errands that we needed to do. I picked up the slack. That's what partners do. And then really trying to focus on still carving out time where the two of us could have, we're not able to do our date nights anymore. So just being able to have time together and making it quality time. So many people get focused on themselves and allow all these little distractions in. Get focused again with your partner and get in sync with your partner. And a big part of that is going to be communication and then serving your partner. So many people take that negatively, but if you love your partner, it shouldn't be a negative thing. You should love being able to serve them, take care of them, help them. We all need it. And again, different times and different seasons, different people in that relationship are going to pick up the slack. So, and just in some of the relationship counseling I've been doing for others, big thing has been communication. Life is changing rapidly and people are handling those things differently, but they're not communicating about it. And because of that, these cracks in their foundation are occurring and it's ripping them apart. And when they actually sit down and communicate, it repairs a lot of damage and gets them back in the same boat and moving in the same direction again. But it goes back to, we got to be understanding of one another. We got to communicate. We got to help each other out and be understanding. And we're all going through different things. And so being able to effectively communicate and then also empathize and understand what the other person is going through. We're all going through different things. As far as businesses are concerned, I get it. I had to shut my gym business down. We had to sell all of our equipment. We had to close our location, and we are now renting space from an existing gym. But that has also been a challenge because they'll open and they get closed, and they open and they close. And so just being creative, moving out to fields and parks, or I was training people out of my garage. There's different things that you can do. And, that really goes to any business that you're in. And for some people, they lost their business and now they're working for somebody else. I get that too. I completely understand that. And so being able to adjust, but then going back to being able to get yourself back into a structured regimen where you're able to start getting successful again and gaining that momentum. And it's going to happen at different times for different people. Your momentum is going to be different, but establishing those habits and making the effort. So many people aren't doing anything. They're literally just sitting around, not doing anything all day, watching TV or going to whatever vices they have just to buffer the depression that they feel or that, whatever life has slowed down and now they're not utilizing that time well. Reading. I cannot talk enough about reading good quality books. I've already read 3 amazing books and I'm on my 4th right now. Spend the time as wisely as you can. And I'm not saying you need to sit and just read books and, find 100 ways to be productive. I spend a lot of time with my daughter, or I was before I started really working a lot of hours again. My life has picked up quite exponentially, but, just putting your effort and energy into things that are going to be investing in your family, your friends, positive things, productive things. Get out there and again, do something. So many people are just sitting around not doing anything. And believe it or not, I recognize that we're still seeing a lot of unemployed people, but there are a lot of jobs that are now starting to pop up. And I'm seeing that in different states and different areas for sure. I'm now hearing of people looking for workers. And so there's stuff out there. You do have to look. You got to be persistent. And if you don't have a good resume, make one. If you need help, reach out to some people. There's a lot of really good resources online. I'm not great with resumes myself. And so I have people in my life that I know are great with resumes, and they're really good at helping me out with that. And I reach out to them. But like I said, there's so many things you can be doing. And again, getting back into your routine, get up, go exercise, spend 30 minutes in the morning Lauren House, who's another podcaster on this network, did such a great job in talking about a vision board and really how she gets herself focused in the morning. And I've been reading more books about it. And, going back to goal setting, I know this is a challenging time to even be setting goals, especially when you don't really know what's going on day to day, but just set some easier goals that will keep you motivated. Get into routines again, and positive routines where you're working on mindset. Have a vision board, or, spend 5 minutes in the morning just thinking about all the things you're grateful for, and then spend 5 minutes a day in the morning writing what you want to get accomplished that day. I actually have been really focused. As you can see, my office is radically different than what it's normally been. My wife and I, we moved, and so we're in a new home now. We sold our old home. Trying to be financially wise, like so many people out there. We know that, we had a couple of opportunities where we knew we could sell our home. We could get rid of all of our debt that we had. We could keep our life a lot more simplistic during this time, especially as my businesses have been shut down and are just now starting to get opening again. My wife has had a transition in her job, and she won't be working soon because we're going to be welcoming our second little girl into the world here. And so just being financially wise, being smart. And so going back to the list, every morning I make myself my list of what I'm going to get done. I have a couple of different schedules. And then on the weekends, I sit down with my wife and we write out all the things that we're going to get done, or the things that she needs me to do, because right now she's not able to do as much. And so then I'm able to really be focused on getting my things done. And that's really honestly one of the best things you can be doing for yourself. Take 5 minutes, think of the things that you're grateful for. Have 5 minutes of gratitude. Have 5 minutes where you're writing down your goals for the day and things you want to get done. And then go get it done. And focus on those things, and focus on being productive, and focus on being able to move the ball forward for yourself. And as you get more things done and you're more productive and you're moving forward in the right way, things will fall into place. Again, the economy's not going to stay shut down forever, and things are going to start moving again and again. And there's a lot of industries right now where there's a lot of movement going on. And again, it depends state by state, but there's a lot of opportunities out there. And, if maybe you don't like what you're doing right now, this is the time to move to doing something else. Or if you're still looking for work, maybe start looking for work in other states. I've got friends that are moving, and I have a lot of friends move out of California. Job opportunities, just want to get out. I know that big cities are an area where people are really leaving a lot of now. And there are a lot of opportunities out there. I have a lot of friends who are getting jobs, some who haven't been able to find jobs even before the coronavirus. And now they're finding jobs, again, in other states, but they're now moving, and it's something that they're excited to be doing. So, the 5 big things I hope you take out of this is, first off, get back to a positive mindset. Okay, and this isn't anything that you're doing. Just get back to a positive mindset. So start your morning off with your 5 minutes of gratitude. Secondly, start making your lists again of what you need to get done. Start setting some goals and start achieving those things. Thirdly, invest time in yourself. If you're ever going to invest time in yourself, now's the time to do it. Go buy some books that will help you be the best version of yourself, being the best version of yourself, and going back to success. Stuttering over my words a little bit here. So 3 books that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Mindset by Carol Dweck. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing book, and it conquers every aspect of life. And there's 2 mindsets, and I don't want to take away from her book. Buy the book. It's phenomenal. That's my number 1 book recommendation. Second book is The One Thing, and it's really just talking about how you can take your one skill set, whatever that is, and how you can grow that and make yourself successful off of that. The third book, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. It's phenomenal. I recommend it to everyone. It really is such a great, just motivational book, I think, in a lot of ways. There's some good information there, but it's great in just helping you kind of get the jump start going again. And honestly, I don't even want to give you any more books because I think that those 3 books would really get you moving in the right direction. But there's Blue Ocean Strategy, which is a really good book too. And I do recommend that. I think that it's not definitely as impactful for me as those first 3 books, but it's definitely a good book. it will help steer you in the right direction, and it gets you thinking again. I think that's one of the biggest things, though, is being able to get into spaces where we're able to start moving the ball forward and be getting ourselves back to where we really need to go. And then just for relationships in general, friendships, relationships with a significant other. There's this book, it's about the 5 love languages. I want to say it's called The 5 Love Languages. I'm actually drawing a blank right now. I've read the book a couple times. It's really good, but it really just helps in being able to understand how each person receives positive reinforcement and love, and also for yourself. And going back to it, I know that right now people are really feeling lost all across the board. This is a great book in being able to understand what your love languages are and how you can be really receiving love, and then of course how you can be giving love. And again, I'm 99% sure it's called The 5 Love Languages. If you're watching this and you're like, hey, I really wanted to check that book out, that's not what it is, go ahead and DM me. My Instagram handle's on here, and I'll definitely be able to give it to you. And I have it sitting in my library. But again, we moved, and this is the new office right now, and my library has not been set up. I really hope this has been informational, positive and good information for you guys and girls and everybody watching. Again, please feel free to reach out to me. I've had so many people reaching out to me over the last few weeks, which has been really cool. I've really enjoyed engaging with everybody. Again, you're on the Social Nostra Network. This is Get It with Stephen Basita, and check out all the different podcasters we have. There's so much good content on here, and we'll look forward to seeing you again real soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.